Hey guys, welcome to Syndicate's Ethereum. My name is Dylan, your guide here through the Ethereum. If this is your first adventure here, and you'd like to join Syndicate and I on our journey as we provide you with better Dungeon Master tips or player tips, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and also hit the bell icon so that you can stay up to date with both of us. Those of you watching Red Blood on a White Tree, I very much appreciate your time in watching this adventure with me and my friends. If you have any feedback you'd like to leave on how the campaign is going, or what you'd like to see more or less of, or just in general criticisms of what you think of my DM style, please leave a comment down below. I love criticisms. I love hearing what other people have to say. I'm always trying to get better. So on the last session, session 2, I had some issues with the recording in OBS. I'm very new to this YouTube scene and also running games online and recording and streaming them. So I had a couple of issues there. Luckily, I was able to save the recording and the stream at probably the most critical point in the session. So I just wanted to add this video to YouTube explaining what everyone missed, kind of giving a quick summary and cutting right into the session where I think that the best roleplay and the best part of the session takes place. So the session starts off with a bit of a flashback. Rather than telling the players about what happened to this area of my world before Strahd became Strahd, I thought it'd be cool to show them. And the way I did that was by having the party in this inn. It's the night of the wedding of Strahd's brother. For those of you who are familiar with the Strahd storyline, I don't want to spoil anything. So it's the wedding of the Von Zarevics, and everyone's in a good time. The kingdom is in merriment. The kingdom to the east was attacked by undead years ago, and so this whole area of the world has been kind of meek and mild, so to speak. So everyone's excited, everyone's happy. I had the party explained for characters, basically a party of adventurers that seemed out of place and didn't really know what was going on in this town. I was very impressed with the players. They improvised without any problem, without any question. They went right into it. It was awesome. After that, we had a flash forward, so to speak, back to the present day. Now, the party had been traveling for a few days trying to get Skoria, who is the vampire they're helping out, to White Tree so that she can drink the blood from the White Tree. She can cure her curse. And we kind of cut to mid-fight. They set up camp in this village that is now deserted, that the players were messing around in a few minutes before. And this place is actually home to an ice polar bear called an Ursa Polaris, I believe. If anyone out there who has a creature codex, be sure to look this monster up. It's a great monster. They had a lot of fun finding it. They almost died. Shay's character, Dusk, he went down, I believe, 3 times. He rolled a natural 20 on 2 of his death saves, coming up twice and coming down again. Hark's character, Sammy, also went down. It was a good fight. I do like to run a cutthroat, hard game. I don't feel like I'm unruly when I'm controlling the bad guys, but I do like to make them feel real, and I do like to put up a challenge for any players in my game. So they take down the Ursa Polaris. During the fight, Skoria the vampire was losing control of her instinct, of her thirst, as the curse that is placed upon her is kind of making it more difficult for her to control her actions. They're able to subdue Skoria and kind of snap her out of it, so to speak. She obviously apologizes to the group. Her especially has a little bit of stipulations helping this vampire out in the first place, and I'm sure that kind of created more tension between him and her, which is always good. They talk a little bit amongst themselves. They get ready to make their journey to White Tree to help out Skoria. Dust does forgive Skoria for her actions, understanding that it's not under her own control. And after the adrenaline of the fight against this polar bear creature wanes off, Dusk falls unconscious. He finds himself tied to a chair with barbed wire in the Castle Ravenloft in Barovia, where he sees Strahd kind of boasting and telling him that he's quite interested in how Dusk escaped his realm, and that he's going to enjoy using Dusk as a guinea pig to figure out how he can also escape so that he can rid himself of his prison. And so we're going to cut right into the session there. Just to give you an idea, they're making their way back to White Tree, the city of White Tree. And Sammy is role-playing with some of the other characters while Dusk lay unconscious in this sleigh that they're using to bring him back to White Tree. And Skoria is kind of keeping her distance in the back of the group, not trying to hide from the group, but she doesn't want to provoke the group or make them feel like they can't trust her. She wants to stay away from them far enough where she can gain control over her instinct, over her thirst, and to be sure that she doesn't attack her friends any further. Okay, so we're going to cut right back into the session. Again, apologize for the technical difficulties there. I definitely learned from this, and I'll be sure that this doesn't happen in the future. Take care. Peace.
I guess while we're traveling and Dusk is still out, I think Sammy will sort of break the silence a little bit and kind of wander over to Hurst, and he'll say, "Excuse me, Mr. Hurst.
Yeah, kid.
So, something that you said earlier about some people acting more like animals than people. It kind of got me thinking. Before we found you, were you always, I don't know, traveling alone?"
Yeah, I mean, I think I've gone years without talking sometimes.
You don't have like a family. You don't have like an uncle of your own, or even kids.
No, nothing like that.
Why, if I ask, like, why do you not have a family?
Don't need one. I was put here to do a job, and it's always been enough for me.
He pauses for a second, and you can see in his head that he's sort of like absorbing something you're saying, and then he sort of like sighs a little bit and says, "So I guess I'm the same way too. I don't really have a family. Well, I still have my Uncle Dusk, of course, but other than that, I used to have one, but I don't have one anymore."
You know, Sammy, I was standing right next to you when that bear knocked you out the first time.
Yeah?
Kind of.
That was really scary.
Yeah. You kind of murmured something there right at the end.
Murmured? I don't know what you're talking about.
You just didn't sound like yourself.
Oh, I think I was just really scared because, you know, my uncle Dusk was going down, and you were getting really hurt, and Mwah was sleeping, and then, you know, Miss Red Lady, she was going all crazy, so I think I was just saying random stuff that, I don't know, probably just doesn't make any sense.
Well, look, you're not like me, and you're not like Skoria over there. I have a feeling that your uncle has a few secrets. You seem to still be in the prime of your life. So what's your reasoning for not having any family or...
I guess it's a long story, but I got blamed for something terrible that I didn't do, and nobody believed me. So that's probably like the best answer I can give you without getting really too much into it.
Are you originally from White Tree, or?
Oh no, I'm Oh, Dylan just left. I was gonna say I'm from insert whatever the main like halfling. Well, no, he wouldn't say that. He wouldn't say that because that's not his. Yeah. He wouldn't say he's from a halfling because he's disguising himself as a human. So he'll say, "Oh no, I'm not from White Tree. I came from a. Doesn't matter anymore. It's not my home anymore. So I'm just kind of trying to. I guess Uncle Dusk says reinvent myself. You know, just pretend I'm someone else. Because I guess the old me has baggage, I guess. But the new me is trying to start new, if that makes sense.
Well, if you're trying to make a new life for yourself, White Tree is certainly a place that you can be whoever you want. However, I will say I do find it a little suspect that a kid is needing to reinvent himself already.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm just that kind of person. Some people say I'm kind of wise beyond my years.
Well,
I mean,
clearly, to run with this group, you need to have some level of maturity.
oh, I don't know if I would go that far. At least if you ask Uncle Dusk, I don't think he would definitely go that far at all.
Your uncle's quite the character, but his heart seems to be in the right place. More than most out here. This is a savage place, Sammy. It's not... Kindness gets you killed more often than not, let me put it to you that way.
He'll nod. Well, I guess I just wanted to say it's that I'm glad you're here with us, cause yeah, it sounds like you're perfectly fine by yourself, but you seem like you have a good heart too, and I think that I can tell you're a good person.
Hearst will smirk, but you can't really see it behind his mask he wears up to his nose when he's traveling. You'll kind of just see his head nod back and while you're in conversation.
Either that, or you're at least trying to be a good person, which I think is what she's trying to do, and what I'm trying to do. I guess what I'm trying to say is some people pretend to be something else that they want to be, even if though deep down inside they're really not. And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, you are, you seem to possess a wisdom beyond your years, Sammy. I'll give you that much.
I'm still really worried about Uncle Dusk, and he's just gonna look over there. He's been out for how long now?
That's a couple of hours. He'll be fine. It's a little bit of blood loss. We're out in the wilderness. He's resilient, I can tell you that much. Plus, I have a feeling that our other friend is keeping tabs on him.
What do you think of Mr. Yu?
He's, what's that term? An enigma wrapped in a mystery.
He is mysterious, but he seems to mean well.
Yeah,
He definitely doesn't get in the way during a fight, that's for sure. He says, looking towards Mr. Yu's direction. Kind of like, you kind of catch that it's a little bit of a jab at him, but, in a playful way.
He's to be honest with you, I haven't really filled out a full opinion on him, but he's helpful at a pinch. So anybody that's useful is certainly welcome to company.
Yeah, I agree. He might be eccentric, I think is the right word. But I think he's all right.
Yeah, he certainly saved our skin more time than once in the last few days. So I can tell you I like him.
So, be honest, Mr. Hurst. Is this the most things that you've said within in one day, like in general for you?
Possibly within the last decade.
He chuckles a little bit. And I think Sammy will give you a playful punch on the shoulder. It's like a playful. You're funny. You're funny, Mr. Hurst. Yeah. Jump up. You're funny, Mr. Hurst. I like you.
Thanks, kid. You ain't so bad yourself.
Ah, shucks. Maybe you could tell Uncle Dust that. I don't think he appreciates me as much.
Hearst is gonna look back. I'm assuming that Sammy and her, the front of this formation, and I guess Hearst is dragging Dusk around while he's on some sleigh or like, whatever they bring people down a mountain on when they break their leg.
Right.
Where is Skoria walking in back of all of us?
Yeah, she's trying to keep a distance from Dusk specifically, just to kind of like not have any sort of temptation kind of take over her again.
Head up, head down.
Head down.
Yeah, Hearst is gonna give her a hard look and then turn back and keep trudging on towards White Tree.
Okay.
I think Sammy is going to walk closer to Mr. Yu next, if Andrew's there still.
I'm here.
Okay, and he's gonna say, Mr. Yu, can I ask you a question?
What is it, son?
So, you know how the Red Lady, she has this curse and stuff, and she gets.
does?
Well, didn't you see what happened? She. Oh, I guess not. She. I didn't know because, Mr. Yu, you seem to have a lot of, knowledge about lots of things. I don't know if you had anything or could do anything that could maybe make her curse less bad when one of us is, I don't know, dying in the middle of a fight.
Not sure that would happen all too often. We keep an eye on you. No dying in middle of fights. But, I maybe think of something. I keep an eye on her. She's struggling with a great load right now. Very heavy it weighs. When the hunger comes, and you want something so bad, and it's the best thing in the world, but you shouldn't have it. But you want it all the same. It's real tough.
Yeah. I didn't know if there was like maybe a potion or something that you could make so that when she's extra, hungry, that maybe you had something that she could drink instead.
You think Uncle you will be a vending machine of some sort? I can think of something. Maybe a bit of juice. Maybe each one of you wants to donate just a bit. Take the edge off. I mix something together, maybe keep us satiated.
If you could do that, that sounds really useful.
Oh.
And a lot of people might actually benefit from it.
You think so, huh?
Oh, I don't know. Are you the marketing type of person, or?
God has its uses, but it has its drawbacks too. Another kind of hunger there. Unsatiated once you get your first few bites.
That's a good point.
Yes, I think come over here. Come closer. You see you got a bit of a cut. You stumble in the wilds.
Oh yeah, I can sometimes do that, and I get little scratches here and there. It's okay.
Looks like some sort of giant beast moja.
Oh,
Look that.
yeah, it was a bit. That was a bit of a incident. Yes.
Not safe to go wandering away from the camp. Should have stayed in your tent, nice and
I'll try to be good next time, Mr. Yu.
You be you, man. But, like you said, satiate the hunger, that is a potion, this little mix and max. I say probably about, he cups his hands together. That much from each of you?
I guess he'll just shrug and say, "Sure, I guess I can. I'm not afraid."
Messing with the blood voodoo is no. That's something you should take lightly. It may have adverse effects.
Really? Just because
Who knows?
it's blood?
I've never done this before.
I don't know. I don't know why blood versus spit versus a piece of hair. Why would that be any different?
Well, yeah, I'm going to guess in your limited lifespan, this short time you've had on this world, innocent, mostly. You ain't never cut open a man, seen as inert. Have you?
At this, I think he's going to get very uncomfortable really quickly. And then you can probably sense that he's choosing his next words very carefully. And then he'll eventually just like, oh, okay, insight.
Oh my goodness.
So you have a feeling that he hasn't like carved into a person or a human in that sense. You know, he certainly like has gotten into fights out of self-defense and stuff, but not to the gory degree that you describe. And the thought actually kind of feels a little bit off-putting to him. So he actually will shake his head slowly and say, "No, I can't say I've done that."
Well, that's for the best. That can weigh heavy on some. But I bring up that to say, in the center of the man, there's the heart. And it pump, the blood. And the blood brings life to all the body. But that is just mechanical. I see there's something else in the matter. There's something else that gives life. Not just the blood, but the spirit. The spirit comes from the heart too. It's different. But you see, when they come together, blood is special.
Wow.
Me. More significant here. Or to it.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr. If you forgive me, Mr. Yu, whenever I talk to you, I'm not sure if after talking to you I feel smarter or dumber.
Yeah. Probably good perspective to have. Talking to anyone. Don't try and judge. Smarter, dumber, it's all relative. You just take in what you can take in. Let it bounce around that your head of yours. And let it fall and settle away. Don't worry so much about categorizing this, that. There's a lot more that can be gained outside of book. Outside of categorizing.
Well, you're the only person I know who I come to with one question and then I leave with 20 questions.
Wish I feel blessed. Noah has, last count, 6,228 questions still to answer. A lot of them, they float in and about your uncle. Very, what is the phrase? A riddle wrapped in an enigma.
Do you know why my uncle is out?
He's out. He looks around. Oh,
He's pointing at the cart. Or the sled.
Took it out, the poor lad. He go off on his own too. Find some big creature in the wilds. Baby camp. He walks over and puts his hand on Dusk's head.
So as you do so, you can kind of feel something that wasn't there previously. Something dark within him.
You be in the bad dreams now. Not just dreams, auntie. Token. He talking to someone. There's someone.
You can see his dreams?
I can feel what he be feeling. Where it come from, I don't know. But he not in a good state.
Oh man.
Yeah. These poor dreams do not always be dreams. Remember.
He looks at you puzzled, like he doesn't understand what you're. And he then will say, "Well, if he's having a bad dream, shouldn't we wake him up then?"
That's a difficult question. Sometimes it is good, but sometimes the dreamer need to fight it out. Deal with what's coming up. The land of dreams is more real than you might.
I don't know. Sometimes I dream that I walk into a tavern completely naked, and I would wish somebody woke me up then.
Uncle Blue Eyes never walked in tavern. Dream.
Sammy's gonna look at like the little clothing that Mr. Yu's wearing. He's just gonna look down at the very little clothing, and he's gonna be like, I see, Mr. Yu.
You begin to see. That's good. Keep your eyes wide open. So much to take in. So much. Best questions answered. Eyes and ears open. They do a good job of that.
Okay, Mr. Yu, well, thank you for enlightening me, I guess. And as Sammy walks off, he's gonna sort of mumble, dumber. Definitely feel dumber.
And well, as you're placing your hand on Dusk and you're having this conversation, you can almost feel like your presence over Dusk. Almost feel like something within him, and almost like a light's turning on. And Dusk, you're gonna start to come to. You'll wake up back to the real world, and you can still feel some pain on your wrists and ankles.
Yeah, he'll reach out and start rubbing his wrist.
Sure. As you look under your clothing, you can see some fresh, or I guess some scars around him.
Were they there before?
No, they weren't there before.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
Oh, good. You can carry your own dead weight now. Hurt says as he drops the reins to the sleigh.
Uncle Dusk, you're awake. I was so
What?
worried. As I go up and wrap my arms around your neck.
Yeah, he'll hug Sam. Oh, Sammy, I don't know if I don't know if this is where I'm asleep. Something is not okay.
I know. Go ahead.
The spirits. They tell me to, and he just pinches Dusk really hard.
Does it hurt? Does it hurt?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it feels a little uncomfortable. Yeah.
So, how can I be? No, I'm okay. I'm awake. I'm awake. But how can I be awake in two places? That's what I'm wondering now.
Oh, good question. Very
Yeah. He'll look at your. Do you have any spirits out right now?
He does not.
Uncle, you. Okay, no problem.
I mean, his tattoos moving, so they're ready.
Okay. He looks for Skoria. Is she around?
Yeah,
following around?
she's kind of trailing in the back, keeping pace, but trying to keep a distance from, like a safe distance from everyone, just for everyone else's benefit.
All right. First, before going there, he's gonna pull Sammy closer, and he's gonna say, "Sammy,
Yeah, Uncle.
back there. I heard you speaking in a different voice. You don't have to pretend all the time. You know, the innocence of childhood is it's a good place to be. It's a very good place to be. When you grow up, though, you know, sometimes bad things happen. Sometimes things you want to forget. My advice to adults is usually that you want to forget who you were. You need to know that so that you know who you want to become.
Sammy sort of like is watching the ground as you're saying this to him. And then he finally, without looking into your eyes, he's, but I have to, Uncle Dusk. I have to pretend because if I stop pretending, then it's real. Then he's truly gone.
Out of character, does how much of that have you ever you've kept that to yourself?
I feel like it would probably be better if
Okay.
you don't know anything. Like maybe I feel like I think you know at least that he's actually an adult. I think you know he's actually an adult and that he's pretending to be a kid. But beyond that, I don't know if you know really hardly anything about his past, other than the fact that you would probably know that he used to have a family. Pretty much what he said to her is that he used to have a family, but he doesn't have that family anymore because he was blamed for something he didn't do.
Okay.
And you probably know, because he's a halfling, that he came from whatever one of the main halfling like communities or villages. I don't know if Dylan already has a name for that, but whatever this version of Hobbiton is.
Yeah, I don't. Basically, from what's called the Free Wilds.
Yeah. But he doesn't really talk about his family at all, just because you know that he's trying to forget about that life and he's trying to start a new life, basically.
You know, Sammy, you can be whoever you want to be around. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter who you were before. None of that matters. All that matters is who you are now. But let me tell you something. The way you fight, the way you use this sword, no one fights harder than someone who's protecting family. And I know and you know that I am not actually your... But I will pretend to be as well. As long as it works for you. As long as it is what you want.
Just a little longer, Uncle Dusk. I just need to, because as long as I'm still doing that, then he's still alive. To me, he's still alive.
I understand the feeling of memories. And those memories can have a life of their own sometimes. You take your time, little guy. And he taps him on the chin.
He'll smile a little bit and then he'll like suddenly like break out of whatever rut he was in and try to force a smile and, get back into, stop, moping around and get back into his happy gait again.
So to the group, he'll say, "All right, everybody, we got a problem on our hands here. So, Skoria, would you like to join this group? You have to have it."
I think you're muted.
Dylan, you're on
Oh,
mute.
sorry. Yes, I will accompany you closer. If that is what you wish.
And Hurst, you're not gonna like the stuff that I'm about to say. So I need you to hold I need you to just hold this information and make sure that you're prepared to use it in whatever way you see fit, because I don't think that I'm gonna be the right person to make certain decisions around here when it comes to her. Anyone know where the Dark Lord Strahd is?
Disappeared a couple of 100 years ago.
Is that the rumor or is that fact?
It is fact.
And you know that he wants you back? He turns to Skoria.
I know that I'm not the first person to be placed under his curse, and I've heard what happens to those that are, against their will, transported to his realm. They become whatever it is that he wishes for people to become. Ambassadors, consorts, slaves, worse.
And this place that he's from, you've been there before or you escaped?
I've never been there before.
Have you ever met Strahd?
No. Some of us of our kind believe him to be nothing more than myth, the boogeyman, as it were. But others believe him and treat him as a god, as he, I assume, enjoys being treated as such.
He's no god. He's no god.
He has some influence over Semelia, the kingdom where I come from. There are those that, as I said before we first met, those that see humans as people, and there are those that see them as food, animals.
As cattle.
Yes.
As cattle. Well, he's out there, and somehow he and I had a talk, and he'll show his wrists. These scars were not here before. They come from a different time. I do not remember them being here before. And he's coming for you. He's coming for me. He looks at the group. He's coming for all of us. He does not want us to reach White Tree.
I presume he's hoping that another vampire kills me so that I can travel to Barovia. It is only a matter of time before they find me again. This curse does leave a scent that vampires trained to find can find it. And I'll be in a similar situation as I was whenever you first found me.
Dylan, what is she wearing, technically?
So she has like a red dress, long sleeves. It has like I guess like pauldrons. I'm not sure what the terminology for dress is. And like over her chest and neck, she has like this metal piece that's connected to the dress that kind of covers her like breast. And she has like gems and that sort of thing adorning it. And she also has the bloodstone that you guys gave to her, returned to her from last session. I can pull up a better picture.
So, but there's no, like, at least to us, there's no obvious sign of this curse.
No.
Okay, she's Megan Fox. Gotcha.
Gotcha, yeah, there you go.
Megan Fox. Okay.
So what we know here is that if Strahd does not want us to reach the tree, That means that we have to reach the tree. Are
Strahd's
we all
been,
in?
Strahd's been the boogeyman for the last
He's not
2
a
or 3
boogeyman.
centuries. What's he gonna do? He hasn't made his presence known in the real world for years.
I think every one of these vampires that wanders around like a monster preying on human cattle is his presence on the land. He has eyes and ears everywhere, on the ground and in the sky. Strahd cannot be allowed to escape his prison.
I would agree with you. I'm not sure what bounds him there, but he's been trapped there this long. I hope and pray that he will remain there for the rest of eternity.
I don't remember much about my people, but I remember my family being able to move through these mists. They didn't much like him, but at the same time they had to work with him. Some of them folded into his arms. They became his spies. There's not much I remember about how I got that disconnected. I don't know if I exist in 2 places at once. I don't remember how many of these family members are. I remember the cards, though. I remember the cards. So does Strahd. I think he's using something, someone, some power. This ability, this idea that he has, that he can escape these mists, that he can travel like my people. It is very dangerous.
We did see a few weeks ago mortals who escaped Barovia. They carried a blade with them that was almost as if it was a ray of the sun itself. I'm not sure what they're doing, but they are definitely still in Semelia trying to find their way out.
A blade like the raid of the sun. That sounds beautiful.
I'm sure if
Sounds like...
I were perhaps not undead, I would see it the same way, but all of my kind fear it.
The light of the morning, Lord.
The fact that it's in Semelia doesn't exactly instill confidence in me.
Oh, it should instill confidence if it is. If it is part of his story that I also recall as a child. The Morning Lord was one of the only ways that brought hope back to the people of Barovia. Gave them the belief that they had a way to stand against the darkness. This story is very important. It's just a story.
Well, that story has been made manifest. I did not see it with my own eyes, but rumors in Semelia travel fast and they do not change with each telling.
These people, did they have, were they part of a caravan?
I believe some of them were Dusk Runners themselves. Something about going after a man named Von Richten. I'm not familiar with this one.
Von what?
I believe his name was Von Richten. That is all I know.
I only know little of the name myself. Another beacon of hope. Let's get to this tree, huh? Let's see.
And as you
The longer we sit out here, the more vampires are gonna come looking.
And as you guys say that, you are in fact only a few paces away from White Tree proper. I'll move for a picture off here so you can see the layout of the community.
And go to the plan.
So you guys are like over in the northwestern direction over here.
Zooming out. Okay, so please anyone offer me plans you have, but here is mine. I am going to sneak in with her. Can you turn into mist at any time? Do you require anything for this?
With me being cursed, I still can, however, it is not as to its full effect. But I thought your mages were casting rituals or spells to prevent us from entering White Tree from that way.
I see. All right. We need some distractions. I need people to create some distractions in nearest points to the tree. I think Skoria and I have the best chance at sneaking in. I will go in as a diversion opportunity near the tree. Just close enough to allow her to get to it, do what she has to do. And if I have to distract, I will. And then it's everybody for themselves.
Ooh, maybe I can distract. Maybe I can do something to distract people.
That would be perfect. Do we want to split up with these distractions?
I think me and Mr. Yu walking through the security checkpoint was going to be a pretty big distraction to begin with. They'll let us in, but it will stir up a ruckus.
So that's 1 point down. Sammy, we need you on the street between the gates. Guards approach, you have to distract.
Oh, sure. Maybe I can act like, I don't know, I'm in trouble or something. Or, I don't know. There's a lot of things I could do to distract.
You can run off like a little child lost in the street.
Oh, that's right. I can say that I'm lost. And I can maybe ask for some of the guards for...
That's potentially 2 points. That leaves the 3. Is everyone okay with making a straight line to the tree and improving as we go?
I think it's important we just keep moving. It's not something we really want to dilly-dally in.
Mm-hmm. Uncle, you got some spirits that can help with this?
Now's not the time to be getting drunk. Ya need your sobriety. All senses keen. Oh, yes. The other one. They will do what they do. I think they will delight in causing a bit of distraction, you said.
Preferably.
I think
None.
they must have some. They all stirred up. Apparently they were all sort of fluttering about when I was sleeping. Who knows what they get up to, huh?
I think we have enough people here to do what they gotta do. I mean, the idea here is obviously not to be lethal. It's to be quiet, it's to be stealthy. If it happens, is to distract. Just take the attention off of me and off of Skoria.
Oh, I have an idea of what I'm gonna do to distract. Better than the other one. You can count on me.
Perfect. Leave me in mystery. I love it. Let us all survive this day and tell stories and not lose our badges as Dusk Runners.
I'm ready whenever you are.
We go last. Let's start at the gates.
Sammy, you should probably go in first, get set up.
Okay. So, Dylan, this is what Sammy's gonna try.
Okay.
Is the tree in the center the only tree in this city, or are there other
Yes.
trees?
So the environment is like, it's snowy. Like plants don't really survive here, but this tree
Okay.
seems to be magical in nature. It's able to withstand the cold without any tending to.
Okay. So what Sammy's going to do, because I think this will probably cause like the most like widespread distraction,
Sure.
is he's gonna find the tallest building or the tallest structure that is by wherever they needed him near the gate or whatever.
Okay.
And he's gonna use his winged boots to fly up to the top, and he's gonna pretend that he needs help coming back down. Like he ended up somehow on the roof because he was looking for his cat, and he was trying to rescue his cat. So he managed to get up there, but now he can't find a way back down. So he's just gonna be like crying and weeping and saying, "Somebody help me! I can't come back down."
Okay.
And hopefully like citizens and guards and other people will come to try to like help him, and he'll do everything that he can to like stall and distract.
Okay.
Because even if they do find him, even if they manage to get up to the top to rescue him, he'll be like, "Wait, my cat is still here somewhere. You have to help me find the cat."
I
So
see.
they're gonna have to help him look for a cat that doesn't exist, like
Right.
on top of whatever this building is.
Okay. Yeah, that could definitely work. I would say that the tallest building nearby would probably be the Dancing Sun, which is kind of like the
That's
mess
what I
hall.
was thinking too.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Let's see. So you,
Nice.
I'm trying to think. Are you like wearing a disguise at all, or are you just being yourself?
I mean, do people? He's new to this town, right? So like,
Sure.
I think there's no need for him to like redisguise himself. I think.
All right. So yeah, as you make your way up there, you do in fact see some of the people like, "Oh my God, that poor boy! Somebody help him! Somebody help him get his cat!"
Help!
And so some of the
Help.
folk around the general markets will make their way there. Get a ladder, you idiots! Get a ladder! A ladder! And yeah, there's a good chunk, maybe a quarter of the people around the general area nearby the Dancing Sun is like concerned and attempting to like help you to get down or get up there to see what's going on.
Okay.
You guys all just saw Dusk fly off there. I mean, not Dusk. I'm sorry,
Sammy.
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 Before the gate thing happens, as Sammy going in that direction, Dusk wants to move where the purple marker is. He's gonna go around the walls here. Stealth with Skoira.
Mhm.
We're gonna go to this part of the wall right here.
Okay. Good.
Not,
Roll me a stealth check if you don't mind.
yeah. Oops.
Nice.
A critical 20.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Good lord.
as you guys are kind of making your way towards that side, like there are guards on the ramparts here, kind of making sure there's nothing unusual going on. And anytime like a guard would come close to seeing you, Skoria would kind of use the wind to kind of create like a mist, to just kind of like cover your approach.
Awesome.
And you guys flawlessly make it to that end of the wall there.
And as soon as there's commotion here, we should execute the rest of the moves in. So gate and what Dusk and Skoira will do, we're climbing the walls right here.
Okay. With that,
Hi.
however roll, I'm not gonna
No.
make you roll a climbing check. I'll say you can start making your way up.
So I have a spider climb. I have spider climb.
Oh, you do?
So, yeah. So I'm gonna go, and I think vampires have
They
spider
do.
climb.
Yes.
Still, there we go. Perfect. So let's do that, and then I will wait for the position for this group right here to see what happens here.
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
We're gonna go for a stealth behind the smith eventually. Plan is there though.
I'm gonna roll percentile to see how quickly they're tending to Sammy. If I roll less than a 50, then they're like working their way up the ladder right now to like get him down and figure out what's going on. Okay, so they're still discombobulated that they're taking a lot longer than need be. While Sammy's distracting the townsfolk and Dusk and Skoria are ascending the wall, what is Hurst and Ngwa doing?
I figured that I don't know how long it's been since Hearst has actually been inside. What?
I would say,
But
let's see. Well,
years, probably.
Yeah, let me see. Only 2 years.
2 years. Still, I think him going to the gate and going through the checkpoint catches the mage's eyes.
I'm sorry, you cut out there.
Catches the mage's eyes.
Okay.
Or I'm hoping it catches their interest and distracts them from doing whatever they need to do to keep Skoria out.
Okay.
So Hearst is just gonna walk through the security checkpoint and see what happens.
Yeah, they'll start doing their usual routine of like basically, not patting you down, not taking your stuff away, just like I don't recall you, and they're just making sure that you're not like a vampire or anything. And once they're done, then the mages will come in, and the first guy's gonna sort of like cast a spell, and you see him kind of getting peculiar. But hold on, watch that one, and he'll leave and he'll grab some more mages. And they'll come in and they'll start examining you and who are you?
Oh.
Why don't you go tell the Ledger Master that Hearst is here?
That can't be possible. Make sure he doesn't leave the checkpoint and you see one of the mages walk out and you're assuming he's heading to the HQ here. And Umwa, what are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, he's going to be. This is a GIF.
Oh, wait, where is it? You put it on the map.
It's loading in chat.
Nope.
There it is.
What's that?
Who has distractions going to involve seeing or pretending to see suddenly horrible and outlandish futures for the town guards. Things like. The spirits be telling me, they called me over here. Something is affecting you. Something in your future. Something dark. He's gonna try and use his insight, his mentalist skills of reading people to try and put a little kernel of some kind of truth that he can build off of to really amp up their engagement and sell the effect.
Okay. Roll me a. I'm trying to think of what check. I guess the insight? Is that like your most proficient skill, or?
Well, that's how he would get information.
I see.
To help, and then persuasion, performance, something like that.
Yeah, either persuasion or performance would be fine.
Start there. Of course, the spirits are helping him. with
Yeah.
this. And then he wants it to be enough truth that he sells it pretty well.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, as Hearst is getting checked out, while you come in and they're like starting to do the go through the process with you, and you start doing this soothsaying, and they're like, he needs to get to the city to warn everyone else. The tree is bleeding, and they'll just like usher you into the main area of the town, and you'll start doing your thing. Meanwhile, everyone has gotten to the top of people have gotten to the top of the roof to help out Sammy and see what's going on. Making sure he's okay and looking for a cat. Dusk and Skoria, you guys are kind of like at the peak of the wall. Like you can peek over if you wish.
Yep. Try to get a clearing between.
You see some guards, 2 guards here, kind of looking around, and you see 2 guards here also, checking like their points here.
They're going outwards, right? Okay.
They're not leaving. They're just like looking this direction and this direction.
So we're gonna get to the other edge here and spider behind the smithery.
All right. As you guys get closer to the silversmith, you can hear the sound of like metal being hammered against an anvil.
Yes. Nice.
And you can hear one of them.
Uh-oh.
Hazen, you mind going out back and getting some more silver? Yeah, sure. Whatever. And you can hear some people making their way to the back of the smith. What would you like to do?
Oh my god. Alright. Oh dear. I'm going to... Oh jeez. And it's multiple, huh? That we're hearing here?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
There's multiple people I'm hearing here?
Yeah, so you know that the silversmith, it's a brother and sister that run the place. And Braden, the guy, asked the girl, Aislinn, to go out back to grab some more silver.
All right. So would Dusk know that if she becomes missing here, there is detections that will go off of that?
Yes.
Like there's kind of like an alarm. Okay, so she has to stay in this form, essentially.
She's gonna whisper
So-
to you real quick too. Should I charm her or something else?
I think you gotta prepare to get around this. I'm going to charm her. Make your way for the tree.
Okay. As she comes,
So, yeah, I'll intercept the sister and hope she'll start making her way to the tree on the other side.
you can
And-
you can hear her coming around this corner right here.
Oh wait, let me switch her. Okay.
You can hear like basically
Okay.
coming around the front, around back, just from this side.
Okay.
And as soon as she sees you, she's kind of startled. Dusk, when'd you guys get back?
Oh, got back like yesterday. I was checking on you. You're my favorite person in the city. You know, your brother is a one.
What?
And I was wondering, where was this man? Gonna go to the bar? Maybe, see his sister?
Tell me,
Hmm?
did you get a chance to use the blade? We heard reports from the other Dusk Runners that you guys had
Oh,
encountered
of
some
course.
vampires.
Oh, I certainly did. He'll pull the blade. He's like, oh, I did a wonderful job, you guys. Excellent work in this. I can write the entire report for you. I just, first maybe I take you out to dinner.
Yes. She's like super pumped. At this point, Skara's. You could check behind you. Skara's not even there anymore.
You cut out at the end? She cut around the corner?
Yeah, she's not even behind you. Like she's cut the corner at this point.
He'll take her arm. Oh wait, you come back here for some silver? I can help you take some inside.
I would very much. Wow, thank you so much.
Pick up some silver,
Okay.
and then take her around the other side.
Okay. You can see Skoria. She's kind of just scanning the area. You can see most people are looking towards Sammy's direction. You can see some other people. You can hear Ungwa like, whoa, you see saying that sort of thing, and everyone's looking in this direction. Meanwhile, Hurst, you have some mages
There we go.
reporting back, and you're gonna have to report to. You're gonna have to come with us, my friend. And you can see there's like a lot of muscle surrounding you. And they're gonna try to lead you into the Dusk Runner headquarters.
Let's go.
All right. All right, Dusk, you've given her silver, and they're like working on some more weapons and gadgets and that sort of thing. What would you like to do at this point?
Come back around to the. Quick shout out to the brother. Hey, we're gonna hit the dancing sun.
All right. Well, look, let me finish this work, and I'll go ahead and meet you.
I'll be at the bar then. Either and turn real quick and see Hurst, basically getting walked out to the Dusk Runners here.
Mhm.
And then she's at this corner. Is that what you said?
Actually, over here, right there, outside.
Dang it. Oh, sorry, off the side. Sorry, I was flipping.
It's okay.
Okay, and then we got commotion here still, and we got some noise here.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep, get back to intercept right here. Not to Skoira, to go for the tree.
All right. You guys start making it to the tree. Meanwhile, Sammy, you have some people up there. Where's this cat? You keep talking about it. Are you sure it's up here? Oh, you're muted, Hark. I'm sorry.
Sammy starts like looking a little teary-eyed and says,
Yes, he's here somewhere. I could hear him, but I don't know if all of the people yelling scared him away. I have to find him. I have to, please.
Don't worry, little one. We'll find your companion. Why don't you come down from here? We'll give you a nice bowl of soup in the dancing sun.
Okay, wait. Do you hear that? Wait, do you hear that?
and with that, before he even lets him answer, he runs off towards a direction.
Okay.
Like just randomly runs off.
You're like, wait, little one, come back! And he's like chasing after you.
And he's just gonna go. He's probably gonna go. Mr. U, where are you? His cat is Mr. What is
Mr. U, are you there?
And I don't know. He's just gonna try as hard as possible to stall.
Sure. All right. Dusk and Skoria, so you guys are like close to the tree, and as you kind of get there, you look to your side and you can see like a small girl standing there. She's holding like some bowls, like maybe she's washing dishes or something. She's just staring at Skoria, and you can see like fears in her eyes, and she's just kind of stunned. She doesn't really know what to do. Like she's like terrified.
Dusk will intercept the little girl, go between him and the sight line to. What are you doing over here? Hey, you want to you? Well, first, what is she doing? Actually,
she like looks at you and like kind of makes eye contact with you, but then she's almost like looking through you at Skoria, and she's like,
No, what? What? No, listen. I'm gonna tell you a story about the dangers out there in the wilds, and he'll pull up his sleeves like these guys are here. He'll start telling some story, and I'll try to potentially persuade.
Yeah, roll a
in order to
persuasion
distract her attention. Okay. No, Oh yeah, baby. Please don't roll a 1. Please don't roll a 1. Please don't roll a 1. Please don't. 12. Oh my god.
Oof. She's listening to what you're saying, but like the scars are almost freaking her out a little bit more. And as you're talking to her, trying to calm her down, Skoria kind of comes off to the side of you and looks at her, and they make eye contact, and you can hear the strange sound coming from Skoria, and you can see Skoria's eyes kind of like glow, and then the kid's eyes start to glow as well, and she whispers, "Sleep," and the kid just kind of like just falls to the ground like in a deep sleep.
Pick up the girl right away from the tree. Skoria, go. And he'll start saying, "Found it, girls. She's dead. We got some problems," and he'll cut through like he's working for an escape.
All right. As you're saying that, some of the folks listening to Unwa look, oh, he's right! He's right! They start freaking out. And Skoria doesn't waste any time. She bites into the tree and starts to drink the blood from it. As she does so, you can hear the sound of thunder rolling in. You can see this really, really crimson cloud starting to come over the city, and moments later you can see it begins to like pour. It starts to rain blood. Like the entire village of White Tree is like in the middle of it, like a blood thunderstorm. Everyone's kind of like stunned and just staring into the sky and kind of like not noticing at first that there's blood kind of getting on their garments. What is everyone doing at this point?
Fuck. Dusk will look up and... Oh no. She better not have life.
I guess I'm gonna... Can I roll some sort of knowledge roll to figure out what's...
You have no idea what's happening. You guys have never seen this happen before. As far as you know, no vampire has ever like done this before.
Hurst is gonna readjust his hat to try to keep the blood out of his face, but kind of look up and eyeball his companions as best as he can.
Okay.
Try to get a beat on each of them.
And Unwa, like everyone, like everything you say at this point, people are taking like 1,000%. Like if you tell them their foot is gonna fall off, they're gonna like freak out and like
Oh my god.
look at their foot and that sort of thing.
Oh no.
What is?
I guess I'm... Go ahead.
What is Unwa doing at this point?
Yeah, he's also trying to keep up his act, but clearly the distraction is town-wide now.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's going to try and feel the magic or whatever is causing this or contributing to this. He has no idea. This has never happened before, but maybe there's certain magical themes happening.
Sure. You can definitely sense something coming, like, in the tree's direction, far, far beneath it. Something is coalescing.
I'm somewhat in tune with magic. Can I feel anything?
Yeah, you can feel it, too. This kind of brings back memories to when you were still alive at one point in your time.
Is that good?
Dusk, as you're closest to Skoria, you can see as she's kind of like hugging the tree as best she can, and she's like just almost like this like euphoria similar to how she was whenever you had to fend her off a few days like earlier in the session. You can see that she's like this sort of doorway appears in the tree, and like she almost like clips into the tree itself, and you can see like again there's like this strange archway that's kind of left in her wake.
Has someone taken the girl from Dusk? Am I still carrying the...
Oh yeah, so people have kind of clambered over to her, and they're all like surrounding her at this point.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna quick look at Hurst. What's the situation?
Mm-hmm.
He's getting pulled into the office. I mean,
He was,
I
but
wanted to-
as soon as this
yeah.
storm came in, like everyone's just
everything's
stopping
sort
their
of just-
tracks. Yeah, like they've all forgotten what's going on right now.
All right. I mean, there's no way for me to communicate at this point, but I am looking at the tree and nodding my head, and then looking at Hurst, as if like this is like something bad is going on here.
After if Dusk is giving me like a hard eye contact, like this wasn't what I thought was gonna happen, and this portal's still up, Hurst is just gonna beeline towards the tree.
Okay. And I'll say Sammy and Ungwa, you can see, even though there's a crowd of people everywhere, you have a good enough eye to see what's going on between the two of them, Dusk and Hurst.
Sammy's probably going to take advantage of the fact that everyone is distracted to make his way back down to the ground and head towards the direction of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
While Hurst is like closing, I assume that Dusk is the closest to the tree.
Yes.
So while Hurst is running closer, he's gonna yell, "Go!" at Dusk,
Dusk charges her.
and I'm trying to get it
Go
through that portal.
out.
Like no, go into the portal.
Okay, Dusk is charging.
Okay. What is everyone else doing at this point?
Do I witness Dusk going
You
into
do.
the
You
portal?
see, like there's some sort of like archway in the tree that it's not like it's like a concaved in, and you can see that there's just kind of like blood swirling around it. It does appear to be some sort of door or gateway of some sort.
And Skoria has gone through it?
Yes,
Or
she's
Skoria's
gone.
from-
She's not there.
See, she goes through it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if I see my uncle jumping through that portal, he's gonna go after him
Okay.
as fast as he can.
Sure. Yeah. Again, everyone's looking at the sky. No one's looking at like the city itself.
Mua will follow very closely behind Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Just before Sammy jumps into the portal, Mua's going to put his hand on Sammy's shoulder. I am sorry about your cat. And then they can go in together.
All right.
And by the way, I retcon. I think what Andrew's suggestion of Mrs. Snifflebuffins. I think Mrs. Snifflebuffins was the name of the cat that I'm looking for. So.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. And Hurst, are you in the portal? Did you jump through as well?
Yeah, I was right behind Dusk. I was second one through.
Awesome.
I absolutely would have pieced out the other way had you not told me to go. I was ready to get the hell out. Dodge. Yeah. All right.
All right. So you guys go through this doorway, whatever this is, and as you do so, you find yourselves like falling in total and utter darkness, and eventually you guys land. You land in some sort of water, and you don't seem to be harmed by it in any bit. You find yourself, like even if you have dark vision, you can just see like the very close surrounding area of the four of you. You don't see Skoria anywhere around here.
Oh, everybody okay? Uncle Dusk?
I don't know if I'm just awake in the other life at this point. This is the in between that I usually experience.
The what?
We might have slipped into another world. Into another reality. Or something. Maybe we're just in our own heads right now. None of this is real.
No, this is real.
How did this happen?
I was gonna pinch Dusk again.
Oh yeah, that's okay. It's real. It's real. I start walking into the darkness.
Okay.
Everyone keep an eyesight here, please. Don't lose sight of each other. 5 feet away, please. Let's start moving in a direction.
All right. As you guys start to move in a direction, have you guys seen Stranger Things?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Kind of like how when Eleven's like in that darkness and there's like,
Yes.
you know, just like water. It's just, think of it as instead of it's blood, okay?
That's cool. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, kind of like on the opposite end, you can see the base of this huge tree, and you can see that the roots are kind of uprooting, and you can see that the trunk. There, perhaps the bark is white, but it's all like literally just covered in blood, and you can hear blood like dripping, kind of from nothingness, and just kind of falling on you, similar to the rain.
Skoria. Are you in here, Skoria?
What is that?
Approach the tree. I think this is the red tree.
You can hear
Here's an idea.
something almost moving around in the water with you as you guys are crossing.
It better be you, Skoria. Fangs in, please. No biting tonight.
You guys make it to this small little patch of land where this large tree is, and you can see the bark and stuff. It goes up into the ceilings, and your eyes can no longer trace how high this thing goes. And as you step on the land, the tree branches and the bark kind of unravel and make like a archway for you guys to again kind of walk through. You can see the other side. There appears to be some sort of sarcophagus of sorts, like a very ornate stone coffin, and you can see Skoria standing there, kneeling next to it, just kind of looking at it.
Dusk is stepping through. Sammy, stay close. I'm going in.
Sammy's gonna take his blade out.
First.
We gotta finish the job now. It's a little late for I told you so.
Uncle you, are your little spirit friends with us?
They're always with us. But they're a little spooked, I gotta admit.
And step through. Skoria. It better still be you in there.
I'm gonna ask this out of character. Is there a certain distance you guys would stop? Like, as you walking close to her, it doesn't seem like she's answering you. She doesn't appear to be
No,
moving.
Dusk is going straight to her. It's gonna touch her on the shoulders.
Okay.
Like pull her away from the sarcophagus.
And I'm pretty sure I'll stay close to him.
Probably be 10 feet back from Skoria.
Okay. If you get a Dusk, you walk up next to Skoria, you can see her eyes almost are like rolled back, and she's just sitting there motionless, just like almost like a corpse.
And when I touch her though, I'm gonna go also in the neck. I want to see if there's like a sign.
No sign of. Her skin is still cold, similar to how a vampire skin is. You can hear something coming from within the sarcophagus, something stirring. There are a lot of like roots and loose branches, again covered in the blood, that are starting to like retract and to allow the sarcophagus to slide open.
Skoria, were you a puppet? I think you were a puppet, Skoria.
And the,
Strad? Are you here, Strad?
what was that?
I
Sam?
I I was gonna say, if the sarcophagus is opening, I'm definitely going to, like, be facing it with my blade, ready for whatever pounces out of it.
Okay.
That's not you, is it, Mrs. Snifflebuffins?
As the sarcophagus continues to open, you can see a hand. Its fingers are elongated. It has some sharp nails. It kind of grabs the coffin and very elegantly kind of like sits up. And as this, it's just like tissue and muscle of looks like it appears to be like a female humanoid. The head slowly turns towards you. There's no eyes, just like flesh. And you can see fangs and that sort of thing emanating from her mouth. And she opens her mouth to speak, but no words come out. But you can hear this voice kind of emanating from everywhere within this area. And the voice says, "Are you the ones that led her to me?"
No. Maybe. Is this a good answer or a bad answer? She said it would heal her. Who are you? What is your name?
My name is no longer matters. It is my title that is what's most important, what is remembered.
Sorry, go ahead.
You need not fear me, I mean you no harm.
How old are you? Dusk is putting his hand in his pocket at this point. He's just like playing with this little figure that he's had in his pocket.
Very rude thing to ask a lady.
As far as how old I am unfamiliar with these times. I can tell you that I was one of the first Bloodborn when Strahd performed the Black Witch role. I was known to some as the White Lady. You guys can roll history checks if you like to see what that means.
I mean, I'm fighting, so it's a matter of I wouldn't mind doing it just from if my character's history has any.
You cut out. I'm sorry. If your character's what? I'm sorry.
If my character's from my character's history, because I don't want to confirm or deny whether it's actual history or memories or what.
Sure.
Or not. But part of. I mean, I as a player, I feel like I know who she is, but I just want to, if I could have a chance to roll something based on what you want the character to either know or.
History would be fine.
So is that history?
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyone willing to roll, feel free to.
Well, that's not good at all, but.
Sure.
Ooh, got that 18, boss.
Oh, wait, I can reroll that because I'm lucky. All right.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Andrew, were you rolling as well? Okay. Yeah. So Hurst, between your life and unlife, you've heard the term or the name White Lady before. You found out about her not long before you were killed. Supposedly, this woman was a vampire, and she was responsible for smuggling humans out of Somalia. And supposedly, she single-handedly went after some of the antagonistic vampires that are known as the Bloodborn, and she sacrificed her life so that some of these humans could be free. You know that when she was killed, the humans that sort of like worshipped her took her ashes and made like a small like mausoleum for her. And one of the offerings given to her was some sort of powerful item that birthed this tree.
Well, Dusk. Things might not be as bad as they seem. We may have stumbled onto the one benevolent vampire there is.
Does that mean we can say we...
It cut out for me, Hark. I'm sorry.
That we can say.
I said, does that mean we can say we told you so?
No. I still want to know what's going on topside.
Oh, the White Lady.
Why is it raining blood in White Tree?
It is simply an amalgamation of the gateway that was needed to be opened, so that Skoria and her followers, if that is who you are, could be led here.
Followers, more like babysitters.
This creature appears to be cursed.
And we were told that this would curse. Are you the one who's going to curse, or was that a lie? Are you just like the rest, deep down inside?
I can lift her curse, but it will come at a price.
What is the price?
She will have to take on the mantle of the White Lady.
The mantle of what? I'm sorry.
The White Lady.
The White Lady.
And what does that do to you? She replaces you. You go into the tree.
A part of me replaces her, and a part of her replaces me.
And can she decide that for herself?
She cannot. Such is the way. Only the followers of a vampire can make this sort of decision. I'm sure you have experiences with her instinct. They all have it.
She did want this.
I don't see other options, but she doesn't want to be cursed. That's the last thing I can tell you.
This is one solution for that curse. Whether she knew it or not.
Mr. Yu, when you were asleep, Uncle Dusk, he was able to touch you and feel what you were dreaming. Maybe he can somehow feel what she wants since she's sleeping.
Well, look who walked away with a bigger brain than before, huh?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm just grasping at straws here.
Does Mr. Yu think that Speak with Dead would work?
Oh,
She's a vampire.
she is dead.
It would work.
Loophole.
Yeah.
Loophole.
Clever.
Let's see what the Sleeping Beauty wants. Now that she knows where she's at.
Okay. Much differently than the last time you casted this spell, there aren't a bunch of lingering spirits trying to take hold of this corpse. It's just Skoria that comes to. Her eyes remain how they are, rolled black, and she doesn't appear to move. But you can sense unlife in her. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Hey girl, you're being offered a deal now. The White Lady over there, she gonna break your curse back. You become part of her, she become part of you, some sort of exchange. I'm guessing you lose yourself a bit, but right now you lose yourself all the way. What do you want to do?
Again, similar to how the White Lady is speaking, you just kind of hear her voice emanating from around this place. I want to protect the child that I bear.
Say what?
What?
She's.
What?
I want to protect the child that I bear, that was conceived within me.
Out of character, did she have a little bit of a...
Yeah.
Did she have a little bit of a taste before, or then?
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
That-
Sorry?
Apparently she had a little bit of a taste before as well. Not just in the last day.
And as she says this, Unhwa, you kind of hark back to the last time you had first met her. You had sensed some sort of life within her. And you're getting that same kind of pulsing energy, and you kind of putting two and two together. That she is, in fact, somehow, some way, pregnant.
Interesting.
Well, that's a surprise. Can you feel if it's like you? Or like us? Or like her?
I think like me there.
I feel
Something in between.
I feel bits of both. And then the white lady's kind of interested because she wasn't able to sense this. Our kind has not been able to conceive children.
This wasn't a baby from before you were turned?
My lord and husband and I were attempting to conceive in order to make a new breed of vampire, one that could gain all the benefits of being a vampire without the weaknesses.
Oh, honey. The bard stares about these things. It never goes so well.
Nor the Vishtanis.
Sammy, as soon as he hears that she was pregnant, he was very quiet for a long time, and then he suddenly pipes up, and again, not in a completely adult voice, but also not completely in a child voice either. He says, "We have to save the child."
As soon as you say that, you hear something else in the room with you. This place is dark. There's a lot of looming shadows. You can see there's something rising up out of this shadow that's like kind of splotched onto the floor, and you can see the white lady kind of turn towards this figure. And you can kind of hear a looming laughter. And if you give me just like 5 minutes to change, I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
So I don't know if Hearst is going to ask it in the moment, but we probably should add it.
He's not dressing up as a vampire fetus, is he?
No, he's dressing up as Strahd.
Oh, man, I thought he was going to get into a red dress. I thought he was going to put himself in a red dress. That would be
That would
really
be best.
Actually, if Bethany dressed up in a red dress with him, that'd be amazing.
Oh man, all the Ravenloft members coming back. It's crazy.
Speak with the dead. Speak with the dead.
Oh boy, here we go.
And I take it the baby is she's not at 6 months, so we weren't able to see the hump.
I know, is he
Possibly.
bringing his baby?
Yeah, I'm no expert on vampire anatomy or how this process is gonna go.
I've never seen it. Yeah, well, read about it in reverse. I know in Raven. Well, I don't want to met at this in this scene. Wait, Not to say this is impossible, right? But it's exceptionally rare, especially in this dynamic. So I'd be curious if there was a way to do. Yeah, I won't say anymore. It's fine.
I'm actually gonna go use the restroom real quick while we do have a break.
That's good. I think someone just I know that someone dropped something on the Elgato. Finally ordered an Elgato for the PS4. So time to get that hooked up and start some PlayStation games.
Mic on.
Hmm.
Mic off. Mic on. Mic off.
Jeez. Oh dear.
So,
Oh boy.
you see this figure in the dark robe mixing with the shadows. He's carrying a chalice of some sorts.
Oh no.
He laughs. Give me the
This
wool.
crystals. Oh. Does he have crystals in the chalice?
He does.
Okay, stay away from the crystals.
What? No.
Do not give her to the white lady, give her to me. I can cure her curse. And I can give you more than this long since dead creature can offer you.
Let's see. Give her to the white lady or the scary skeleton guy?
I mean no harm.
Out of character, I really want Hurst to say something before I say.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
Wrong laughing asshole. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Alright, what happened? What did I miss?
Yeah. What did you say again?
Yeah.
You guys
He said, bring. Basically, he's saying he can help her. Don't give her to the white lady. Give her to him.
Can I or Mr. You feel anything? This strange masked figure I've never seen before goes up.
You can roll me, I guess, Arcana checks if you like.
Oh, I would like to make his job as difficult as possible.
Oh my god, wait, what? No.
Okay, well, I don't feel it, but somebody does.
Unwa,
Oh,
you're
no.
not sure what you feel from this man, this being.
Oh,
You
no.
definitely feel immense power.
Oh no.
You don't feel any sort of hostility. You can feel your spirits have all like deafened and quieted down in sort of like respect or fear. As you look at this being, he notices what you're doing and kind of turns his head towards you. I mean, you know harm, shaman.
Oh, you got big juju flowing to you. I don't know if your intentions be good, but seem like you can follow up on them, eh?
My intentions are for the betterment of this world in its entirety, my friend. If you would wish to have power flow through you, I recommend you take a few crystals from this chalice, and take as many as your heart desires.
Hey, power never my thing, man. Just I be a quiet. That's all. I good for now.
And what of the rest of you? Would any of you like to partake in true power? Strength? I offer you a crystal from this chalice.
Hurst is just kind of watching Sammy and Dusk to see what they do.
Is that all the chalice gives you? Strength? Power?
Is there something else that you seek with the one?
At that, Sammy kind of pauses. And he doesn't respond right away, but it sounds like he wants something. But he's like he's kind of eyeing Dusk right now.
Will it bring people back from the dead?
Dusk.
It can.
Care-
If that is what you seek, I can
Careful.
offer that to you. But I'm going to need something in return.
Sammy actually like takes a step forward, and he says, "Like what?"
A crystal.
Dust steps in front of Sammy. And can someone make a wish for someone else and pay the price?
No, Uncle Dust, that's not fair.
I think I've lived plenty of lives. I think
not
it's time
your-
for you to grow up, Sammy.
It's not your responsibility. It's my responsibility. I'm the one who messed up.
You can make things
Messed up,
right, little one.
or
I can help you do that.
You told me that you didn't want me to have to pretend anymore.
you
This way.
reinvented yourself, Sammy. Who are you speaking for? The person you reinvented yourself as does not want what you're asking. That's why you're you right now. If you're speaking for someone else,
How do you know? You didn't know him. He suddenly like raises his voice. You didn't know him like I knew him.
know who? What was his name?
Mic on.
He kind of sniffles a little bit.
Mic off.
Roderick Samuel Uri, he says, softly. He was my son.
Then he can be reborn, my friend.
And if he is, he's not going to be messed up. He's not going to be like a vampire monster or anything. He'll be okay.
He will be fine, my friend.
Sammy,
Trust
take
me.
a hard look at me and tell me that I'm fine.
You chose this path, Revenant.
Yeah, and I promise you that my bosses are a lot stronger than you.
Your bosses are trapped beneath ice that they'll never be able to break from.
Sammy looks over at her. He says, "Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Is it so bad to give someone a second chance?"
Not at all.
You can't undo these kinds of deals, Sammy. Bell can't be unrung.
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if a price has to be made. I don't know. And he just kind of like, you know, I wouldn't say he gets down like into a fetal position, but he starts to tear up a little bit, and then he says, I don't know.
What say the rest
What
of
is
you?
What is the price?
And what is it that you're looking for, my friend? A man stuck between two worlds.
Nothing for me.
Then who is it that you wish to help out, my friend?
He looks at Sammy.
Ah, so you
Oh,
will take a crystal for his son. Is that what I'm getting?
Depends what the price is.
If you give me the woman, I can give each of you whatever it is you seek.
And if you get the woman, what of it? What do you do with her?
I have my own plans, my own intentions. She is carrying a monster. It cannot be allowed to live. Vampires are not meant to procreate.
The
Mic
woman
on.
has nothing to do with it, though.
Mic
You
off.
said that if I take a crystal, that you'll be able to give me what I want, right?
I will, and I can.
Uncle Dusk, I don't know if this opportunity will ever come again.
I can trust you
I
that
thought-
it won't.
I thought what I wanted was to forget everything and to try to start something new, but I don't know anymore.
Maybe it's time to remember. Never forget again.
I miss him. And it shouldn't have happened. He didn't deserve what. But I can fix it. I can fix it.
I think it might look like. There's always something else. There's always a price to pay. Looks at Hurst. Always a price to pay. And he looks down.
Come on, medicine man, help me out here. You know that these deals are one-sided and they never work out.
That's not always the case, but I do not want to speak for you. This is your choice, Sammy. But let me say, there's more after death. It's not just over. There are other paths to walk. The dead, they continue, I don't want to call it living, but it is existing. And your son, I never speak to him, but my guess is he don't be walking his own path. And it's without you, and that is bad. The path, you can't go back on it. It's always forward. So you're bringing back. Who you doing that for? You're doing that for him? Or you're doing it for you?
With that, Sammy wipes his nose a bit, and then he steps backwards towards Uncle Hurst again, Uncle Dusk again.
I'm
Step backwards.
fairly disappointed in you, little one. You throw away the opportunity to see the one closest to you again. Pity.
Well, let me go ahead and disappoint you a little bit more.
And what would one such as yourself have to say to someone like me?
Not to you. Lady in White, we do give Skoria to you.
You're making a mistake, you undead wretch.
Trust me, I'll live to pay the consequences.
And I will be around to weep those consequences when they arrive. He laughs and he dissipates into the shadow where he came from.
Mic on. Mic off.
Dude, it was so hard not to metagame that entire thing. Oh, I hate that guy.
Alright, sorry, I had to put the headphones back on. Did I miss anything?
That's
Hey,
fine.
scale from 1 to 10, how jacked up did he look?
You couldn't see underneath the robes, but he looked a little more jacked up than Brandon would notice he's more jacked up. Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out, my biggest thing is trying to figure out when everything's taking place, because this could have been like 100 years in the past, 100 years in the future, but now I know where we're
Yeah,
at.
you're
so-
right now. You're in the prime.
You're in the now.
Alright, so that's one vote to give Skoria to the white lady.
Yep. Dusk will go behind Skoria. Can you try to help her up? Will she move at all, or she
She's sort of like a
says she was kneeling, or I forget?
she's kneeling still, but she's almost like a projection, like you can't touch her.
I see.
She's like almost like locked in this whatever it is that she's in.
She's yours.
The white lady looks to Ngwa and Sammy.
Sorry, I missed it. So when Dusk said she's your, who was he talking
He was talking
To the white lady.
to? The white lady. Says, I'm not gonna be responsible for the death of another kid.
Spirit Walker, or is there anything else that you would like to say? It seems the decision has been made.
Oh, I think the decision was made a little while ago. I just want to say to Sammy, it wasn't true what he said. The only chance to see your son again. When your path and journey will be done on this life, when you're done do what you need to do, when you're done living, I wouldn't be surprised if paths begin in the next life. Live for him. You see him. No hurry, no rush.
Thank you, Mr. Yu. It's like you,
Oh boy. Oh, you.
like you said that in my blood, in my heart, you said there's power in that.
Yes. A little piece of everyone who dies stays with us. It's like a wound. You know it hurts. Like a blade they were in our lives. The people we love. And that blade stabbed into us and broke off. The blade is no more, but the wound is still there. And so is a piece. Piece of them lives on in us. I got one question, Lady in White. If you lift the curse, does that affect the child as well? Do you have some anticipation about how that might interact with burgeoning life?
I am unaware if the ones that placed this curse upon her knew that she was carrying a child. The curse is only attuned to Skoria. The child remained untouched, unharmed.
I have a question. Who's Skoria's lord? Who's the father of this child?
His name is unknown to me.
Just trying to make sure we're not about to birth Straw Jr.
It would be peculiar what this child becomes. A mark in history. A new species altogether. No one truly knows.
Well, I'm all for, everyone's vote and all that. Just want to make sure, no extra blood on our hand. No poor life quenched for it.
No more blood has to be spilt on this day. But tomorrow is a new day.
Well then, get to it.
Alright, and the white lady will lay back in her sarcophagi. It will remain open. And you can see like these almost like veins, like blood vessels starting to like worm their way out of the sarcophagus, over it, down onto the ground, and over to Skoria. And she'll kind of like start to be like wrapped in like these vines of like veins and blood vessels. And as they kind of surround her being entirely, you can see that they sort of morph into like tree branches or like wood, that sort of thing. And as this happens, you can see excuse me, like she's almost becoming like a miniature white tree herself. and you can feel the ground start to shake, the blood and the blood water behind you start to ripple and splash, and you can see out rising from the ground as like a plant sprouting from beneath the earth. You can see Skoria. She's wearing like an all-white dress, a huge white mantle. Her hair is like a light gray. And as she kind of stands there motionless for a few moments, she opens her eyes. Her pupils are no longer that gold color. They're like just pure, almost like glowing white light. And she takes like a breath, and we'll end the session there.
Oh. I can hear the Final Fantasy VII Genova music in my head.
Wait, so she took a breath?
Yes.
Yeah.
Vampires don't breathe, right?
Nope.
No.
She got a tree spirit in her now.
Interesting.
Well then.
That's cool.
All right. Those of you guys for watching, thank you so much for watching, and I'm sure we'll see you guys again real soon. Until then, you guys take care. Peace.
Later, everybody.
Love yourselves. Love Vampire Beehive.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Can I give something?
You go ahead.
I wanted to give you guys give away something because I don't think it's going to be addressed, but